Morning of August 16th, 2022, Calvin Castine at the IAM building on the Clinton Community College, and we're here for a big presentation. John Cowell, the president of the college, what can you tell us?
Well, certainly I'd like to say I appreciate the collaboration among all organizations that have been involved in creating this endeavor to train America's machinists. We're really looking at training machinists in New York and beyond because this is such a very important part of our economy. We have the capability to deliver the training with our micro-credential in advanced manufacturing essentials, and look forward to collaborating with the Chamber, with the New York Forest Development Board, with Congresswoman Elise Stefanik's office, and especially with Xometry, who's reached out to me. Lawrence Zurif reached out to me about a year ago about us collaborating, and so it's amazing that haven't even gone a year, we're here ready to celebrate this initiation of this endeavor. And the key thing is the support, financial support for students to do the training and become machinists.
It's amazing what 2 years of COVID will do to make people realize we need to train our workforce.
Absolutely, that's key. And for me, it's personally rewarding because my dad was an electrician, my grandfather was a machinist, so I come from a line of skilled tradespeople, and so I'm going to do everything I can as a college leader to make sure we provide that opportunity to people to go into those fields.
On the way down here, I was trying to remember how long this building has been here. Steve Frederick, who was working here at the college at the time, brought us in right at the very beginning when the concept was created and all through the building process. Do you know offhand how long the IAM has been in operation?
4 years. It opened up just before the year I started as vice president here at Clinton. So okay. It's relatively new. It's
relatively new. It's experienced some growing pains, but it's also produced some good people out of here.
Absolutely. We have our graduates working on a number of industries, and they are ready to contribute to our economy.
And that's the thing about this facility here is you don't have to be a full-time student. A lot of businesses send their workers here to get trained, don't they?
Absolutely. They send them here to get trained. We craft our training so it meets their schedule, and we do a lot of our training on a part-time basis. Many of our credit courses, students that are participate and pursue degrees with us are doing it on a part-time basis. We have the flexibility to be able to basically achieve that and meet those needs.
I think that's part of the success of this IAM, and I think that's going to be part of its continued success.
Absolutely. That's our plan moving forward. Definitely.
Right. I know you got a lot of people to see here, John. We appreciate you taking a minute to chat with us.
My pleasure. Always my pleasure. Thanks.
Thanks, John.
Good morning. Welcome. We're very happy to welcome you today at Clinton Community College, and especially at the Institute of Advanced Manufacturing. I'm Sylvie Nelson, the Executive Director of the North Country Workforce Partnership and the North Country Workforce Development Board. And today I would like to acknowledge a couple of very important guests this morning, starting with the new president of Clinton Community College, Dr. John Cowell. Yes, we're very blessed to have him, so thank you for hosting us today, John, as well as the Clinton Community College Board Chair, Mr. David Favreau. Thank you. We're also very pleased this morning to welcome Congresswoman Stefanik to the North Country, specifically in Plattsburgh, as well as our Senator, Mr. Steck. Thank you so much for being with us today. I would also like to acknowledge that we have a message from Assemblymember Jones that will be broadcasted in a little bit. And we would also like to welcome here this morning Clinton County Legislator Calvin Castine. Thanks for being here and operating a camera. As well as Clinton County Legislator Joshua Kretzer, who is very dear and near to us because he works for the Workforce Development Board and the partnership. And I also would like to acknowledge our board chair for both of our boards, the Partnership and the Workforce Development Board, Mr. John Van Natten. Thank you for being here, John. So I'm glad to be welcoming you today and to be standing very proudly to basically acknowledge a new partnership with Zometry. And Mr. Lawrence Zurif, who is also here today, probably for the first time in the North Country. Probably. So welcome. Welcome to the North Country, our beautiful region. And we're today unveiling a scholarship that will enable individuals in our region and also throughout New York State to earn a micro-credential in advanced manufacturing from Clinton Community College and specifically from the IAM. And this at no cost to them. So this is very important. The scholarship would not be possible without our partnership with Congresswoman Stefanik, who actually played matchmaker and put Zometry in contact with us. And then we were very fortunate to reach out to our partners, Clinton Community College, CV Tech, NAMTrans, the North Country Chamber of Commerce, and others. And thanks to their undying support and vision, they all agreed that this would be a great program for the North Country. And this is also another way for us to address the need of employers in our region, specifically the lack of workforce. And this scholarship is part of a long-term solution to bring training to individuals who want to contribute their skills to our employers. And thanks to Zometry, this privately funded project enables anyone, again, no cost, and anyone can participate, who's interested in manufacturing to obtain this micro-credential. And this includes support services as well for the one-day in-person lab that is part of the program. So a total of 80 individuals, that's 40 persons per year, can access the scholarship, which can include not only the unemployed or underemployed in our community and state, but also high school students, people looking at retirement, retirees, people presently unhappy at their job who are interested in upskilling into a worthy career pathway. So what we're witnessing today is the application of a long-term solution that is made possible thanks to the strengths of partnership. So thank you to everyone for being here. I will now turn it over to Dr. Cole. John?
Thank you, Sylvie. And I'd like to start by expressing our gratitude, but also a welcome from all of my colleagues here at Clinton Community College. We're delighted to be part of this endeavor, part of this partnership, and it really reflects our mission and also our part of our strategic plan that focuses on partnerships and pathways, providing pathways for students to careers, rewarding careers. And for me, it's particularly rewarding because I come from a line of skilled tradespeople. My grandfather, who emigrated from Poland in the early 1900s, moved to Chicopee, Massachusetts, where I grew up, and he trained to be a machinist, a really good one from what I knew. Also, my dad was an electrician. I didn't follow in that pathway, but as an academic leader, I'm determined to do what we can as an institution to really deliver the education for our students so that they're prepared for these fabulous opportunities. And what a fabulous building we have here, the Institute for Advanced Manufacturing. It was back in September 3rd of last year, that I got an email from Lawrence indicating, kind of a question, an inquiry. Would you be interested in participating, collaborating on this endeavor? And I immediately said yes. And it was and I'd like to express my gratitude to Congresswoman Stefanik, who provided the connection to us. That was really important. So we're here ready to deliver the training. And the training is designed really in a very flexible mode, which is something we take pride in being able to do. The hands-on experiences will be basically in tool usage, machinery, safety, those key concepts that are so important for machinists. That'll be done here, right here in place. And then the rest is delivered online. It's these skills-based knowledge that will be delivered online, again, in a flexible way, so it's for the convenience of the participants. And I make a promise that we are going to make this work because we have such a strong collaborative spirit here in North Country. I've been impressed with this since the day I moved here to Clinton County and started my work here at Clinton Community College. So again, thanks to everybody for their part in this endeavor. And again, our goal is to train America's machinists, to train New York machinists, but even beyond that. So, and again, real thanks to Congresswoman and also to Lawrence and Xometry for moving this forward and staying focused on it, which is something that we know will work. Thank you.
Thank you, John. It is my great pleasure to introduce to you today Mr. Lawrence Zurif from Xometry. He is the one behind the idea and his team, and that was able to bring us this proposal, this crazy project that we all, as John highlighted, jumped onto it. So it is my pleasure this morning to turn the microphone over to Lawrence and welcome again to the North Country. You're amongst friends here. It looks a little intimidating, but they're all good people.
First of all, thank you for making that recommendation because this was one of the schools that we targeted, so that was very useful for us. I hope you're not tired of Goodnight Moon yet, but
Yes, he loves that.
So, more serious, it's great to it's great to be here in North Country, one of the most important regions for manufacturing in New York State and the United States. 9 years ago, when Randy, my co-founder, and I set out to build our company, we spoke with dozens of manufacturers, all of whom agreed that the United States needs to rebuild its manufacturing base to sustain its competitiveness. What we learned then inspired Xometry, and it's why we are here today. Improving technology and fostering the skills needed to accelerate innovation and productivity are essential to success. New technology such as additive manufacturing, for instance, is allowing Xometry to reimagine manufacturing for the internet age. Manufacturing was and is the most high-tech industry globally and the foundation of our economy. Here and abroad, especially in emerging areas like autonomous and electric vehicles, aeronautics and space exploration, clean energy, and more, will all happen at the hands of manufacturing. The competitiveness of the young cohort of machinists and technicians understand the potential impact of introducing new technologies to enhance the performance of existing approaches. The next generation of machinists will need to learn new skills to match the opportunity provided by new technology. Today's manufacturers require a different skill set to succeed. Xometry exists to champion manufacturers and prepare them for success with enterprise buyers and entrepreneurs across New York and the country. New York is no stranger to manufacturing and has always excelled in this industry. New York was blessed having Alexander Hamilton as its foremost champion of manufacturing several hundred years ago. His presidents and residents in New York assured that manufacturing would contribute greatly to New York's and our republic's enduring success. When we went public a year ago, we set aside 1% of our shares outstanding. These shares are donated over time to support our donor advised fund, give us the ability to make charitable donations to organizations that improve lives, and more importantly, can provide the skills needed without the burden of debt. We know when manufacturing succeeds, New York succeeds, and when New York succeeds, the nation succeeds. Today, I'm pleased here to be with Sylvie of the North County Workforce Partnership, with Joe Wood of NAMTrans, with John Cole of Clinton Community College, with Representative Lisa Stefanik, who represents New York's 21st Congressional District, and with Assemblyman Billy Jones, who represents this great region in the New York State Assembly. Xometry is proud to provide students with the funds needed for tuition, books, and supplies to support more than 40 to 80 students here in New York who are building the state's future economy. Thank you to everyone, and let's go make manufacturing work in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Lawrence. Now it is my pleasure to turn over the microphone to our Congresswoman. You've always been a very big supporter of workforce development, but more importantly, and this is very important for us in our region, because you understand workforce development. And this is part of that, and so we're very glad to welcome you today. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Sylvie. I am so honored to be here to welcome Xometry's investment in the North Country. Just a little bit of a history and really acknowledge how far we've come here at the Advanced Manufacturing Institute. It has been an extraordinary success. I remember when I was first elected, this was an empty space, and the fact that there have been such investments from our private sector, from our businesses in the region, and it has been a team effort. When I learned from Lawrence that Xometry was looking into regions to make investments, I immediately thought of Clinton County and Plattsburgh, because one of our largest strengths in this region is the partnerships that Sylvie talked about, whether it's the work with the North Country Chamber of Commerce, the North Country Workforce Development Board, Clinton Community College, the businesses, the manufacturers, NAMTrans. You all know this in this region, but before we started this event, I said to Lawrence, now you see why we are so proud of the partnerships we have here, and that's one of the main reasons why we continue to have a strong and thriving manufacturing industry right here. I am so proud to continue to be an advocate for workforce development, specifically the trades. And this investment will go towards, as Lawrence said, 40 to 80 training programs for good paying jobs in machinists and technicians. That ties right into what we do in the North Country, and those are good paying jobs for long-term careers. I serve on the House Committee on Education and Labor. Workforce development is right in the jurisdiction of that committee, and we will continue to work on legislation to incentivize this private sector investment that we have right here. Again, thank you all for being here today. While my job is to be a voice on behalf of this district, I also view my job as to be a convener. When there is a good idea about an investment and they're looking for a place across the country, I want to make sure that that investment is right here in the North Country. So thank you again, Lawrence, for being here today. Thank you for the investment that's going to help our community and help so many future machinists and technicians for years to come. Thank you. To introduce my good friend and another advocate who knows very well the importance of manufacturing in the North Country, State Senator Dan Steck.
Well, good morning. Every time I attend something, I always learn something new. And John, I want to share with you that you and I share something in common. My grandfather emigrated from Poland about the same time as yours, and my grandfather was a mechanic. And when he came to the States after serving and actually flying with Billy Mitchell, he owned his own garage. My father grew up actually, none of those skills transferred to me either. But you know, certainly, you know, growing up and in my previous life before I was in politics, I was in the Navy's nuclear power program. And so, you know, my background in engineering prepared me for looking out for things like a diverse economy. I think it's very easy to fall into a trap where beautiful North Country, we're focusing on agriculture and tourism, which are obviously vital sectors, but a diverse economy works for everybody. It's good for all of us, and I thought you said it well when you said that when manufacturing succeeds in New York, it's good for New York, and that means it's also good for the country. But in a previous life, I was a maintenance manager for Saint-Gobain Abrasives down in Waterville, and I had trades working for me, including machine shop. So I know the value of that education, and I know how difficult those jobs are, but I also know how rewarding and well-paying they are. And it's, as Congresswoman Stefanik pointed out, it's absolutely encouraging and vital to see the partnerships that have been developed all around, but in particular here in the Plattsburgh area among so many educational institutions, the private sector, the public sector, the federal government, the state of New York. This is what it takes to make an economy work, is when everyone's rowing in the same direction and we're spreading our resources and our talent everywhere, and we're reaching every possible pocket that we can. So the Institute for Advanced Manufacturing has been doing that for years, and the leadership at the college and the private sector here, the business community, has done nothing but grow that. And again, it's just wonderful to see that this scholarship program is going to be providing so many opportunities for our North Country residents to grow their own personal futures, which again is vital to all of ours and certainly our states and our country. So I'm thrilled to be here today, and I congratulate everyone on everything that they've done to bring us here. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator, and thank you all for making the time for being here, because we all know how busy your schedules are. As we move forward, I would like to point to the television over here. Unfortunately, our Assembly member, Billy Jones, had important business to conduct in Albany. I'm sure he's really thrilled about that versus being here with us, but he was very gracious and he made some remarks. He pre-taped some remarks that we have for you today.
Hi everyone, I wish I could be there with you, but unfortunately I'm out of town on business. I want to give you all a great big congratulations and a thank you for collaborating for this great initiative to help our students out and get them scholarships. It also promotes workforce development here in the North Country, which is badly needed. I want to thank Clinton Community College, North Country Workforce Partnership, Xometry, and of course NAMS Tramps, which does an excellent job here in the North Country. Happy to support and fund them every year in the New York State budget. So this serves two purposes: helping our students out and also real workforce development here in the North Country. I want to thank you all. Wish I could be there, but you all look great from here. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Billy. So that basically concludes our announcement this morning. I would like to take a moment to give some thanks to Joel Wood from NAMTrans for really, as a Grand Central station, for coordinating, especially with you employers, and for you employers to also get to know some of our staff as well, who was instrumental into putting this event together. I'm going to start with Darcy Staley. Darcy, where are you? Up there. So Darcy, when you get some information from the website, which is what, Gabrielle, the website is? Becomeamachinist.com. Yeah, let's. AdvancedManufacturingNY.com. So we have two websites going to one place, and that one place is Darcy, who is basically tasked about trying to get people enrolled here at Clinton Community College. So that's where that informal message goes to. The other people I would like to also thank, again, Josh Kretzer, who works with us, Jordan LeBlanc, who's our IT person, was able to bring Billy to life today, and also Gabrielle Galli, who does all of our PR things and is a master with design. So thank you all for coming, making the time of your busy schedule, and we look forward to bringing this program to life. So thank you again for being here, and Lawrence, thank you again for your partnership and your trust in us. So we look forward to working with you. And Congresswoman, thank you. And so it's Dan too. So, and John. Well, thanks everyone. Okay, we're done. You have a great day.
Well, there you have it. New educational opportunities here at the Institute for Advanced Manufacturing on the campus of Clinton Community College. Please visit those websites that were mentioned. If you can't remember them, just go to the Clinton Community College website, and I'm sure they can lead you to the correct place. Find out if what they have to offer here is something that would apply to you, your family members, or friends, and take advantage of it. The initials up there, IAM, mean a lot to those of us in the North Country. The names in the North Country is Champlain, when I left the farm in 1966 and joined the workforce, the International Association of Machinists. So IAM, something that initials that have been very important in and around the North Country for a long time. So again, visit the website and find out if you can, or a family member or a friend can take advantage of what's being offered here. And nice to see Community College continuing to grow and expand in what they offer to the people in the North Country.